Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Auralia. You are at Style and Lipstick. Welcome, even though I just said that. But anyway, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm gonna actually just sit down and talk with you guys a little bit about some brands out there that I have never tried and that I would like to try. I thought I would bring this video to you kind of as a, I don't know, it's kind of my way of saying or throwing out a challenge to myself maybe that, you know, these are some of the brands that I should maybe take a look at. I don't know, I feel like they're kind of like the unsung heroes that are out there that I've seen people use, but just a sprinkling of people. Not a lot of people talk about these brands, at least not on YouTube. Some of these brands I do see a lot on blogs. I follow a lot of blogs because I have a blog. I've got a beauty blog. It's styleandlipstick.com, and I'm trying to get into posting more regularly there, but I've not been succeeding. But anyway, there are a lot of brands out there I think that are really good, but that I have not taken the opportunity to try. So today's video is kind of talking about those brands that I'm interested in giving a try. We are now 1/4 of the way through 2018. Today is April the 1st. I think that I want to give some focus for the rest of the year on some of these other alternative brands. I'm taking kind of a different approach to my channel, my blog, my actual makeup application. My face actually contradicts what I'm about to say, but I've decided that in 2018 I want to go after a less is more kind of approach to how I put makeup on my face. Now today I did something a little bit bolder because I just had to get it out of my system. I am wearing the BoxyCharm and Pure collab palette, which I am loving a lot. I think it is a beautiful palette that I've got it in my like daily rotation. But anyway, and Pure may be one of those brands. I have tried them though. I've got some of their lashes. I've tried some stuff through BoxyCharm. But anyway, I digress. So let's go ahead and dive on in. But before I actually dive in, I would like to say that if you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, especially if you are interested in content that is geared toward an over 40 audience. I am 50 years old and I love makeup, and I think that this particular demographic is underrepresented here on YouTube. So that is my small contribution to my people. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The first brand, and I've got my little notebook here. The first brand that I wanted to talk about that really has piqued my interest in the last few months is Glossier. And I think that they started out as a blog, and they still have a blog, but they have a product line. And there are some products here and there that I've heard about that I really think I would like to dive into and give a try to. They've got like something called the Boy Brow, which is a brow gel that's supposed to be phenomenal. I believe that they put out the Wowder powder, which I want to try because I'm always interested in finding new setting powders. And then most recently, because I have kind of been looking at eyeshadows that give you a wet look. I first heard about that from Mariah Leonard. Actually, I first heard about Glossier from Mariah Leonard. She is a huge fan of Glossier. And, you know, she talks about this wet eye look, and they've got a product that is a kind of like a liquid eyeshadow that I'm interested in trying. But Glossier is just one of those brands that is kind of flying under the radar, but produces they've got a few really good, almost iconic products that I'm interested in trying. So I will definitely be taking a look at them and looking into that a little bit more because, you know, it's like it's interesting to me to see what this brand might have to offer. The next brand that I'm going to talk about, you guys might like just shake your heads, you know, and it is the Balm Cosmetics. I have been on YouTube now for a few years. I've been watching YouTube. I've been producing content. I've had my blog for a few years already, and I have never tried the Balm Cosmetics. I know, it is absolutely shameful because I have not tried them. So they are definitely on my radar as one of the brands to try out. Emily Noel talks about them all the time. From what I can see, they've got fantastic highlighters, they've got outstanding blushes, and they've got a few eyeshadow palettes that are like up there in icon status. You do hear about the Balm here and there on YouTube. You do see the Balm here and there in the blogosphere, but nobody really like just says it's like they're not like an Urban Decay or a Too Faced. And maybe it's because they don't put products out every other day like these other bigger cosmetics companies do. But I am interested in trying them. I think part of the reason that I don't try these brands is because they're online brands, and I don't do as much online shopping as a lot of other people here on YouTube. I'm a tactile person. I like to be able to touch and feel the products. Now, I know that the Balm cosmetics are carried at Kohl's. I don't go to Kohl's that often because I don't have one nearby me, and I don't, go out of my way to go to Kohl's. So that's probably why I've never run across them, but they do have some products that I want to try. You've got Mary Luminizer highlighter. They've got like 3 or 4 different Lus in the highlighters. You've got Bahama Mama, which is a bronzer that's super popular. You've got Cabana Boy, and you've got several different blushes. And also what I really like about the Balm is their packaging. They've got really, really clever packaging, and it reminds me somewhat of like the Benefit packaging, but in a slightly different way. There are some products that I have in mind to try, so you'll likely see them come up here on my channel. That is definitely something that I'm interested in giving a shot. The next brand that I want to try is Inglot. And Inglot, I did come across them once at Macy's when I was in San Francisco. They actually had a full-on Inglot display, but I was all about Anastasia Beverly Hills at that point. I was shopping her single eyeshadows, and so I didn't even go anywhere near the Inglot area of the cosmetics department. But they are one of those brands that kind of also flies under the radar, but from what I understand, they put out excellent eyeshadow singles. You can create your own palette. They come in square pans, which is maybe why they're a little bit off the beaten path, but they have, from what I understand, they've got some excellent eyeshadows that you can build out, as your own palette, kind of like MAC or Anastasia or anybody, right? And then they also have a really good gel eyeliner. I hear that mentioned a lot on YouTube by several people. And then they also have, I believe they're the ones that put out a product that will help to revive your brow pomades and your gel pot product. They tend to dry out quicker than a lot of others. They have that particular solution. I can't remember what it's called, but I will have it listed down here. So Inglot is definitely one of those brands that has been around for a long time. I think that they're a lot more popular maybe in Europe or in like Australia. Not so much here in the US, but definitely a brand that I am interested in taking a look at as far as what they have to offer for eyeshadows. The next brand that I wanted to talk about is BH Cosmetics. And I only see one person consistently talking about BH Cosmetics, at least that I follow, and that is What Would Lizzie Do? And she loves BH Cosmetics. She loves their lipsticks, she loves their eyeshadows, she likes the palettes. And when you go to the BH Cosmetics site, it's almost like being in a candy store because they've got so many different eyeshadow palettes out there. And they've got face palettes, and they are very reasonably priced. They remind me a lot of Morphe. I used to always consider BH Cosmetics and Morphe kind of on the same level, but now Morphe has kind of started stepping up their game. BH Cosmetics is still kind of flying under the radar, but they have a wide gamut of products available that I am very interested in trying, from brushes to lipsticks to liquid lipsticks, the face palettes, the eyeshadow palettes. They sell eyeshadow singles, and you can get them usually at some crazy price. They like to bundle things together, and sell them that way. And I mean, it's super affordable makeup. And I want to give them a try because I think that they are underrated. Just because the things that I do hear about them are always pretty positive, even though they are kind of like an inexpensive cosmetics brands. they always get really good ratings, and they always get really good reviews, the ones that I have heard. BH Cosmetics is definitely a brand that I want to give a try because I'm just really, really intrigued by the full product lineup. So that's definitely one I think that I will be diving into in the coming months. All right, so I tried to keep this to 5, but I just couldn't. So I'm at my 5th, and the 5th product that I have never tried but I see a lot of on YouTube is Pixi. And they are located at Target, and you know I love shopping at Target, but I don't go to the Pixi section. I don't know why. I just never have. But recently they have started doing a lot more collaborations with influencers, and so they're a little bit more on the forefront now. You know, they're a little more out there. And I am very, very interested in trying some of the products because what I do see on YouTube, it looks really, really good. And it's very intriguing because you can get a really nice eyeshadow palette. You can get a really nice blush palettes. You know, they've got really pretty highlighters. They've started putting out a lot more lip products. Not that they didn't. Their lip products, I think, are a little bit more current now. They've got liquid lipsticks available now. And like I said, I think it's really helped kind of boost their presence to collaborate with influencers because more people talk about them, and that's kind of what brought them onto my radar. Otherwise, I never really considered Pixi at all when I would think about cosmetics. I would think about them a little bit more in the terms of skincare, but not cosmetics. So they are definitely a brand that I am interested in diving into. The next brand that I wanted to talk about is Zoeva. And I see Zoeva all the time on blogs, especially from the UK. You know, when, you know, bloggers that are in the UK, they love Zoeva. And I have never once tried Zoeva cosmetics. I've never tried them at all. I have no idea what their eyeshadow consistency looks like. Now, I do see the swatches on the blogs and things like that, and they look really, really pretty. So I am intrigued. I want to try Zoeva because they not only carry eyeshadow palettes, but they also carry brushes. And I hear about Zoeva brushes all the time, and they look like they're really good. And that is one area I think that I also want to kind of focus on in the coming year, you know, latter part of 2018, and that is cosmetics brushes. I just get my brushes from like BoxyCharm, and I've got so many random brushes out there. I'll order a set here and I'll order a set there. I do want to spend a little bit more money investing in brushes, and Zoeva, I hear about their brushes all the time. And so I think that I am, you know, going to definitely look into that line to see what they have available. And especially in the eyeshadow and the brushes, you know, area of things. So yeah, absolutely interested in Zoeva. I think you can order directly from Zoeva, but I believe you can also order Zoeva off of Beautylish, which I have never placed a Beautylish order. So I think that some of these brands I will probably go to Beautylish to start ordering from them just so that I can understand what the experience is with Beautylish. Like I said, I'm not a big online shopper. I'm very tactile. I like being able to touch and feel what it is that I'm buying. That's why I like going to Ulta, and that's why I like going to Sephora, because I can go and I can actually play with the products before I buy them to make a kind of an educated decision. At least that's kind of how I see it. You know, and then there are brands like Ulta, the Ulta House brand. Now, I can't 100% say that I've never tried Ulta because I used to buy a lot of their in-house products back about maybe 10, 11 years ago when I had an Ulta very close to me. Now I have an Ulta close to me again, but there's so many more cosmetics out there that I go to. I never go to the Ulta in-house cosmetics section. And it used to be the way the Ultas were structured is that the minute you, or at least the Ulta that I went to, the minute you walk into that door, you're hit with their product. And they had an expansive product line. I mean, they had eyeshadows in just about any and every color that you could think of, and any formula that you could think of. I mean, but it has been a long time since I've given them a try. So I'm kind of putting them on this list as an honorable mention because I would like to go back to trying the Ulta House brand because I'm curious. I'm very interested to see if it has changed now that the cosmetics industry has changed so dramatically. I want to see if they've kind of changed with it and see what they're all about. So that's another brand that I am interested in kind of starting starting to dive into. Essence, another one that is at Ulta, but I have never picked anything up from Essence, and I think I need to. Because what they do have, it looks really, really pretty, and they're very, very affordable. And so I think that I might start picking up a thing, you know, here and there from Essence. Another brand that I have never tried that I am extremely interested in trying is Kiko Cosmetics. I hear a lot about Kiko in, you know, when I'm looking at UK bloggers or UK vloggers, beauty vloggers. They talk about Kiko a lot. I think Kiko has maybe opened up some stores here in the US, but I have not tried them, but I will be trying them. I think I want to place an order and see what they have to offer. So that's another one of those brands that is out there that I just have never tried. Another brand that I am interested in trying that I hear a lot about but I have never tried is Catrice. I think my local Ulta might have Catrice in store, so I've got to go and see if I can find it there. If not, then I will just place an order directly with Catrice, or if I can find them maybe on Beautylish, because I know that Beautylish carries a lot of brands that you normally don't see, like Sugar Pill. That's another one. I have never tried Sugar Pill, and I know Sugar Pill mostly from Makeup Geek. I think Makeup Geek on her website, she carries Sugar Pill. I remember back in the day when when Sugar Pill first caught my eye, it was for glitters, you know, loose eye glitters, loose glitters, and they've got like colors out the wazoo, pretty much any kind of color combination that you can think of as far as glitters are concerned. But they also, what I remember about Sugar Pill is that they have super, super, super vibrant eyeshadow shades that you normally could not find anywhere. Now today, given that, you know, we're going in a much more colorful direction with where eyeshadows are concerned, you can probably find some in other, you know, from other brands, you know, but Sugar Pill, I think, was kind of like the OG, right? They were the first that I ever saw that had like really super neon kind of eyeshadows and things like that. But I would be interested in giving them a try just to see what they're about. So that's another brand that's kind of out there that I'm like, maybe. Also, if you have any recommendations for me for any of the brands that I've listed below, any products that you've tried from these brands that you would want to recommend to me, please leave those recommendations in the description bar down below. If there are any brands that you think that maybe I should try that fly under the radar and could use a little bit of love and attention, I'm more than happy to give it a try. So leave those in the description bar down below as well. All right, everybody, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you again so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Again, if you are not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way out. That way you don't miss any more video content from me, as well as the notification bell, so that way you can be assured that my videos will show up on your feed. Thank you again so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.